There's a couple of things we would really like you to consider doing. Okay, number one, on the way out, pick a leaflet, pick something from the tree. She just told me, there's a little packet of information right there, and do that. Number two, she's running against very powerful forces that don't have the interest of this iconic city that we live in. They don't have the interest of this city at heart. And anyone with eyes can see that this lovely home we live in has gone in disrepair for the last couple of years. And finally, most importantly, okay, on March 5th, get out and vote for this wonderful lady. Yes. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Lisa. And thank you, Larry, who's downstairs, for organizing. I couldn't be more grateful to have all of you wonderful people here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are all here because I think we have seen the deterioration of our city and our state, and I think we've all finally had enough. We're seeing this of all political parties, Republican, Democrat, liberal, and people who might not even be registered to vote. And it's time for us to all come together, put our party politics aside, and focus on the issues. For me, there are a few reasons why I'm running. First and foremost, one, I'm a registered nurse, so safety is number one. Returning public safety, law and order is of the utmost importance to me, as well as keeping our freedoms and civil liberties, and then protecting our children. When we don't have safe streets, our freedoms, and our children that we can come home to and love, whether we have children or not, what are we here for? So I'm going to give you just a few reasons why I am running against Scott Wiener, especially Scott Wiener. When it comes to our children, his bill, Senate Bill 145, which decriminalized sex with minors. Basically, a 24-year-old can have sex with a 14-year-old and they do not have to go on the sex registration list. I don't know who that's acceptable with, but those who might be hurting children. Another one that he has written is SB 357, which has basically legalized loitering, but what it's also done is it's enabling human trafficking, and we know that human trafficking is the number 2 leading moneymaker in the world. Basically, this bill has handcuffed our law enforcement, so our law enforcement can no longer go in and speak to these women and children who are being trafficked to rescue them. And then another doozy that he may not have written, but he has co-authored or support, is Assembly Bill 1028, which removes mandated reporting of assault on women unless the assault is with a gun. So a woman can be bludgeoned to death, bludgeoned with a hammer, slashed with knives, beat with fists, but he does not want healthcare providers to report this. I'm sorry, that is unacceptable. What is very sad is most people don't know about these bills, and I'll be honest, I didn't realize it until I really got into the race. That's just to say a few on that notion. And then what is happening to our children in the schools? Our children here in California are ranked very low in the nation. They're reading, writing, and arithmetic. They're not reading at grade level. And they're pushing other agendas in the schools. And when our children are 2+ years behind and they're confusing them in the schools, I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. What they're doing with children in terms of transforming their bodies into sex that they are not, that they weren't born with. You can do what you want when you're an adult, when your frontal lobe is fully developed, when you can buy cigarettes legally, drive a car, vote in our elections, or fight in our military. But when you're performing double mastectomies or amputating a penis, when children are under 16, 15, when they're 12, that is unacceptable. absolutely unacceptable. These children are the most innocent and defenseless that we have, and we need to protect them. So for me, my duty is to get in the way of harming our children, harming women. I'm driven to help improve public safety. One of the main reasons why I got into this race also was because there was a brutal attack in my family, and a family member basically nearly got bludgeoned to death on the streets just 5 blocks away. And when the assailant was released from jail, he basically went back to the scene of the crime, which is where my children live, and staked out the home. And I had to keep my children basically in hiding for multiple months. And for me, when criminals have more rights than law-abiding residents, we cannot walk anywhere in our city, at no matter what neighborhood, no matter what time of day, we have a problem. So my mission is to make public safety number one. Return law and order, support our law enforcement, and that's why I committed, before it was even out, I committed back in August to helping to repeal Prop 47.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
So, Prop 47 is the bill that basically decriminalized theft, most drug possessions. Back in 2014, when this bill was passed, we didn't have fentanyl. And so now we have, I have the statistics here. And it's, with fentanyl, we have many people who are dying on the streets. So right now we have a group of individuals who are working to fix Prop 47. It is going to, the name of it is called the Homeless Drug Addiction and Theft Reduction Act. And basically it's going to, the misdemeanors, the $950 that people could continuously steal, up to $950, and it would only be a misdemeanor if they prosecuted. Well, now they're going to increase that penalty. They're also working to increase penalties on drug possession, and now those who are selling fentanyl and murder somebody, somebody dies as a result of fentanyl, they can be charged with murder. So I have the petitions here. They are extremely challenging to get. If you are not able to sign it here, I would like for you guys to go to end47.com. That is Kevin Kiley's website. You sign up, and he will mail you a petition for you to sign yourself. There are 6 spots on it for you to get yourself and family members to sign. And then I think you can mail it back into his campaign maybe. I have them here readily available for you. The other petition that I have here is to protect children. My good friend Erin Friday is the co-author of Protect Children, and what this ballot initiative is to provide parental notification for schools to provide parental notification within 3 days if a child is gender confused. It's also to protect girls and women's sports and spaces, so boys and men cannot be competing in their sports, be in their locker rooms, or be in their restrooms. And then the third issue on that is that children cannot be provided hormone blockers, cross-sex hormones, or surgeries as minors. Again, do what you want when you're an adult, but keep your hands off our children.
Well said. Well said.
I will be very, very grateful for your vote on or before March 5th.